Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Danielle, the American expat mom of 3 living in Germany. Today's video is going to be a bit of a dive into my mind, I guess, right now. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the thought processes that I've been having lately. So before we moved to Germany, I was making all of these pros and cons lists, like pros of staying in the US, cons of staying in the US, pros of moving to Germany, cons of moving to Germany, and now we're finding ourselves doing this, only we're making 3 lists this time. So I'm going to go ahead and share some things that would be pros when it comes to moving back to the USA for our family. These are just some, this is not the full list. I've debated if me and my husband even want to do like a video where we talk about this, like kind of raw and real, if that makes sense. Just so you know, this is all hypothetical, but I wanted to go ahead and read off some of the things that would be pros and also things that I miss about the US or I would find exciting about moving back to the US for. I feel like the first one is definitely just a given and you guys saw it coming, but that is obviously family. So that would be a huge pro for just obvious reasons. It would be really nice to have my family close by, to see the kids more, to see us more. So when it comes to moving to the US, it would be a huge pro, but on the same note, it's like we don't know for sure that we would want to live in the exact same area. So it's hard to tell like how much we would see them even if we moved to the US, which I'm sure we would see them a million times more than in Germany. It would be kind of nice to have them close, and one of those advantages would go into my next point, which is just me either going back to school or dualing full-time. I know having family close would make that a lot easier on us, a lot easier on me, and probably even easier on the kids and a lot more affordable on us when it comes to childcare and stuff like that. It would definitely make those aspects a lot easier, so that would be a definite pro. The next pro that Johannes and I have come across is the housing. Depending on where you live, now America is absolutely huge, but in some states and in some parts of the country, it is a lot more affordable to buy housing and even large plots of land. Things that would be within our budget to buy right now. Like for example, I've told you guys that Johannes has been interested in Texas. There is a lot of affordable places to buy in Texas. This is something we've been thinking about a lot more lately, since obviously the economy is going down with all of the lockdowns. So when it comes to our money, we kind of feel like the best investment would be in an actual physical thing, not just having money in the bank, but actually having something that we own, or at least pretty close to owning. More places in America fit within our budget where we could have a lot more land within our price range compared to Germany. That is not to say that that is the case for most places in California and even a lot of places in my mom's area, at least when you're talking about a lot of land. Something else that I feel like would be a pretty big advantage is the wide open spaces. I remember talking to you guys about how it was kind of funny to see like these roads that just lead you to infinite place. We definitely don't have much like that here. It gives you kind of like these freedom vibes, like you feel like you can just do anything, go anywhere. I feel like there's a lot more that we want to explore as well. Like when Johannes and I were living in San Francisco, we did a trip to Silver Lake, which is, you know, a bit like going to Lake Tahoe or something like that. I do kind of think Americans have cooler camping resorts and national parks some of the time. I just think the campsites are a lot more nature-y. Like I feel like most of the campsites in Germany and kind of all over Europe, you can get some really lovely gems, which we've been to in Corsica and Cinque Terre. We even got a pretty cool place, but most of the time you just kind of get like a lot, and it's not really like you're like really in the forest. When we did camping in America, it's pretty uncomparable to any camping we did here. It was just a lot more in the woods. We're pretty sure we even heard a bear in the middle of the night, which I'm not sure that that's a pro, but it made us feel really adventurous. Next point would be, it would be easier and cheaper to learn how to drive. However, I'm getting kind of ants in my pants. If you guys don't know, a couple weekends ago, we got stuck in and Johannes needed to be the one to push the car, so I was the one trying to drive to get us out of it. Ever since I went behind the wheel, I've had the fever, so I don't know, I really want to learn how to drive somewhere at some point, regardless of price, and whenever possible, that's something I'd like to get under my belt, really. Like, I'm just getting quite sick of not being able to drive, so we'll see how it goes. I have to go get an eye test. I have kind of a rare eye syndrome, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, so hopefully everything checks out okay for that. The next pro to the US is, well, it's absolutely huge. There's a lot of options to live, including even Hawaii. I like the idea of having a lot of choice when it comes to choosing climate. However, family is a huge part of why we would go back, so it kind of feels like we don't have that much choice in a way. It's like Florida, for example, is an option, but it's pretty far away. Not pretty far away, extremely far away. Okay, the seventh one is just kind of a funny, jokey one, and that is Chipotle. I'm just trying to kind of give you guys a bit of a laugh because I just love Chipotle. Who doesn't love Chipotle? This was not all of my list. These were the ones I wanted to share with you guys. Some of them were a little bit too personal. My question for you guys is, where in the United States of America do you guys think we would suit best based off of this criteria? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!